Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to more Blessed Crypto. In today's video we are going to be having another look at QUANT QNT to see if we can determine what is going on with the price. If you guys do appreciate the content, please do consider subscribing to the channel, give it a thumbs up and make sure you hit the notifications bell for when I'm uploading future content. And with that, let's get straight into it. So QUANT has literally done nothing since I last did my last video. We are looking at QUANT as a bit of a stable coin going between $98 to like $105, and we are literally just stuck in a bit of a range at the moment. I am going to go over the higher time frame and discuss with you where I think the price could be going next. So if you do appreciate the content or you learn anything, please do make sure you smash up the like button and let me know in the comments, do you think the low is in, or do you think we are going to get deeper, a deeper pullback into that $80 range, which I know a lot of you are potentially waiting for. Now we are actually on the KuCoin chart, and the reason for that is it has a bit more chart history. Now we can see that we did actually do a wave one to the upside that went up to about $430, and then we got a pretty crazy correction down in a wave two that nearly retraced 100%, but it didn't. We went below the 88.7 fib level, but we then did get a rally to the upside. Now in that rally we can count 5 waves to complete another wave one to the upside, and we are in the process or have already bottomed in a wave two. But price action doesn't really suggest to me that we have already bottomed, because we're not particularly moving to the upside yet. What we need to see is 5 waves up and then a correction down in an ABC, hold support, and then we can then start to say potentially maybe the low is in. And then once we get above the wave one high, that would be a really good indication that the low is in, and we could be going on our merry way to the upside. Now if that was actually going to happen and we do actually have the right wave count, where would that wave 3 to the upside go? Now I can only really go from the last low, which would be at about $96.44. I'm doing it quite roughly at the moment, but the 1.618 would take us up to about $400, and from where we are at the moment would be an amazing 282% move to the upside. Obviously if we did come back down to that $80 level, then we'd be looking at getting up to about $384. Now in my opinion, there is the option that we could get a bit more of a push to the downside, and as long as, in my opinion, we hold above $55 or $54, then I think we can continue to focus on further upside. If we end up losing that level, and you guys can see that I have put this channel onto the chart where we came down, we wicked all the way to the bottom, then we came to the midsection, and I think there is a good chance that we could be looking at coming back down again around that $66 level. Now, just want to make this really clear to you guys. We do not need to come back down again. We can go up from here. But like I said, we haven't got any kind of real evidence that that is what's happening at the moment. And I have spoken to you guys in a previous video saying to you that this does look like we are just in a bit of a range. I'm looking at this on the daily, and if I take from the 23rd of January and just drag across all of this price action, you'll clearly see that we are in a range. Okay, now most of the trading action has been between $155 down to the $91 level, and we have deviated to the bottom, deviated to the upside, and we could be looking at coming down to deviate to the downside again at some point. Now at the moment you're probably wondering, why is the price stalling so much? And you'll clearly see that what is holding the price down at the moment is the point of control, which is coming in at $105. All right, and we're struggling to get above that. We also have the 50-day moving average, which we are currently testing at the moment. We have just popped up above it. The 50-day moving average is coming in at $103.66. We're at $104.79, so we are actually above that at the moment. But we do have this trend line, which is also acting as resistance. So If we are going to go up from here, which isn't my primary, but it is very much possible, we could get above that point of control, hold above the 50-day moving average, hold above this trend line that I have put onto the chart, which we have been stuck below, and we have been doing lower highs, and we need to just continue to focus on the downside until the structure actually changes. All right, now if we can get above that, and we can get above that point of control, and we can get above the 200-day moving average, which is coming in at $118, we would then be looking at potentially going up to the $155 level, which is the value area high. Okay, that's how I'm currently looking at it at the moment. Then we would have to see how the structure is being printed onto the chart, and if I can see 5 waves to the upside and we can hold that correction in an ABC, then maybe we can start focusing on further upside. So for now, I am still focusing on further downside, and I think we've got a pretty good chance that we could potentially be looking at getting another deviation either to that 786 fib at $80, or if we do come down for a bit of a dramatic move to the downside, we're looking at that 88.7 fib level or the $54 level. If we end up losing this trend line that I've put onto the chart, then in my opinion, we're then opening the door to new bear market lows. Okay, now in the wave 2 correction, okay, how I'm currently counting it at the moment, but it is up for interpretation because there are a few different options. Now, when you're dealing with a correction, it opens the doors to multiple scenarios. So for me, I'm more focused on the support areas, and if we can start breaking this to the upside and we get those first 5 waves up, then I would then start to be a little bit more confident that maybe something more bullish is going on. But until we do actually start breaking to the downside, I'm just going to sit on the sidelines. Either we come down lower and I get into a position, or I wait for those first 5 waves up and a correction down, and then I'd be more comfortable in getting into a position like I just said. But how I'm counting it at the moment in this correction is a W, X, and we are in the Y wave. And in the Y wave, we have done an A, this is a B, and we could be coming down in the C wave in an ending diagonal, which means we may not go, we may not go that low, but I would at least like to see us end up taking the $94 level, which is this wick here. If we can end up taking that wick out, I would be a little bit more confident, and I will be starting to accumulate quant in these sorts of prices, all the way down to like that $60 level. And if we lose the $55 level, that would be my area. $54 level, sorry, that would be where I would start to exit quant, because I would be more inclined that we were going to go down. All right, now we do also have this trend line here, which has acted as support on a couple of occasions, and it may very well be that we do end up just kind of coming back down, and maybe we bounce off of that trend line, bounce off of the value area low, which is coming in at $90, and then we could start potentially moving to the upside. So somewhere in this general area, I would be expecting quant to turn around, but obviously we want to see a bullish reaction out of this area to confirm to us that potentially we could start that third wave to the upside. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed the content. Please do consider subscribing to the channel, give it a thumbs up, and make sure you hit the notifications bell for when I'm uploading future content. And with that, take care, stay blessed.